Okay, so welcome back. We're going to do another session with the multigate. I want to do a few more videos with it and then move on to the shift register that I have, and then later to the prototype enhancer that Philip has created. But what I want to explore today, so let me take this out, is the idea of using the shape changer into the shift register, so using the H and V going into the A and B and then just seeing what the output of that would be, and maybe using the output into the staircase. But primarily what I want to go into the shape changer though is just a classic ramps into navigator and to see what that would look like. So what we're going to first do, and granted this is the older ramps, I should get the cadet ramps to better serve the community so everyone has more of a level playing field to know what I'm talking about. But also with the visual cortex, I know there's other aspects of it that correlate, which currently I don't have. But so be it. Let's just go at it. So we're going to start with the negative on top, so horizontal, negative on top, positive on bottom. We're going to go actually we're going to put that in the vertical of the navigator, and then we're going to take the vertical, left negative, right positive, and we're going to put that into the horizontal of the navigator. And next we're just doing the classic horizontal into horizontal, vertical into vertical. Let me see if I got a shorter cable. Yes, I do over here. Yay. Bam. Next, we're just going to do the H to V into the A and B, so horizontal of the shape changer going into A, and then vertical going into B. And so let's just see what the output of that looks like right now. We're going to take the OR out and we're going to go to blue. That's pretty darn cool. So let me just move around the navigator. Okay. Getting almost like this cross effect, or cross look I should say. So let's play with the shape changer a little bit. So we're playing, sorry, it's always just so hard because I just play with it and I can't see it. So, and you can see my head right now, so there's the size, the skew. I should know these by heart, but sometimes, that's just the way. Wow, that's really cool. Playing with the aspect ratio, you have this little X effect and then the gamma. So I guess what I'm going to try next is to CV some of the shape changer. Let's just use the LFO into the size. That's pretty cool. I'm going to put that into the ratio. Maybe. I like that, but I want to see if I can not exploit. That's the wrong word, but utilize the X type of design, which I kind of am there, but I want to see if I can use that more. So let's try the skew. That is pretty interesting. Okay, so it's more just on the outside. It still has it there. That actually would be really good compositionally to build off of that, but we'll keep going into the curve. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's just see what the navigator has like that. It looks just like a tumbling X. That's really cool. So we're on height right now. Let's do width. We're going to go back to height. Let's do, so X is on, or it's in the middle on the left side. Let's just try X, Y. Let's try, we're on scale. Let's try zoom. Okay. There we go. That's something pretty cool that I'm looking for. So let's play with the navigator a little bit to change the positioning and the anchor, so we can try to get this centered. This is always something I find fairly challenging. I mean, there's just a lot of frequencies you're going through, so I can understand why. My voice. But that is really cool in the first place, this little X effect right there. So that, again, ramps, navigator, shape changer into the multigate, right? So, and we're going from the OR into the blue. So let's take the XOR into source of the shape or the staircase, and let's just do divided by 2 out to red. Or sorry, green. Not on the ball today, people. Alright, so let's just stop the navigator and get it to a position like that. Okay. So I have the staircase here. You can see where it's pretty useful. But, I think I'm going to condition it a little further. So let me change out the cable. And I'm going to go from actually the XOR to the filter. And then into we get a smaller cable into the staircase, so the OLN into the source, and we'll take this, and this time we'll do the divide by 2 again, but we'll go into red instead. So that's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, so having that effect of the multiples, that's really cool. Let's play with the shape changer. Yeah, see, now we're talking about some, vein-like cellular structures and things like that. Really digging that. There's a little noise. I'm assuming that's my cable. But I've also had, with certain aspects of the shape changer, I've had different noise, but it's mainly when, I have the positioning of certain different knobs. I haven't really narrowed it down, but just to the extreme. And again, there's just a lot of factors here. So right now, so here's the navigator again, just to see what it looks like when it's on. You can almost see that it's like 3D effect right there. Right there. Right there. That's awesome. Okay. So, and we're not even modulating anything yet. Okay. So let's just try, I feel like we should take another out of the multigate. And what should we do with it? Let's just try, okay, I have an interesting idea. So let's try the NAND. Let's put that in the mixer. And let's take one of the divisions. Cable. I guess I'll just use this long one. We'll do number 6 into the minus. And we'll just take the mixer out going to green. And we'll just see what it looks like to start. That is awesome. So let's just play with the divisions. First off, I just really like the idea that it's just a simple box right there. And obviously that's because of the multigate. It's allowing me to access that part of the design that is being routed through the multigate, which is a shape changer. So let's just, for kicks, let's just try the NOR. Okay. Whoops, my bad. Ugh, I'm not thinking right now. That was the other one. The other one being going to blue. So let's actually, that's not the one I wanted to change, it's the NAND. So let's try the NAND and do AND. And see, now you can see the divisions, horizontal, a single horizontal, a single vertical, or a total vertical. But let's just go back to NAND, and you can see where the axis of the signal right here creates a really interesting compositional feature. Let's just, for, again, kicks, just try the NOR. And you can see even more so, this is a really interesting compositional feature because it's allowing me to create a foreground and a background. And then from there, I mean, there's a lot, this is just a very, quick patch putting together. But if you put something with more CV, I mean, there's no CV here. The potential of movement is great. So again, let's just try the exclusive NOR or XNOR as well, and you see you get that box. I almost want to go back to that, but I like that, but I'm going to go back to the NOR because I really like this background foreground idea. And I want to see, yeah, single. I'm going to keep it all horizontal. That was in 6. Yeah, so here's 5. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and go back to 8. That's really cool. Big single fat line. I'm just going to go back to where it was, which is 6. So let's just play with the filter a little bit. You can see where you have a lot of control of that imagery right there. This little blob, bring it back. And I was at the farthest right feature, and I'm in the middle with the switch. And you can see middle, top, bottom. I almost like it in the bottom because see how now it has that like yellowish effect. I really like that. So let's play with the staircase a little more, and that's really gonna colorize the whole image. I almost have a bird. That's pretty much a bird. But I want to CV it a little bit. Let's just play with the shape changer. Navigator, let's just look at it for fun. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna start modulating things and see what happens. If not, we're gonna come back to here because I'm pretty impressed right now with the usefulness of the waveform shaping that can be used with the multigate. Let's just start modulating. Let's do one LFO to the staircase just to see. Okay, you can get a lot of that like watery effect. Okay, and that previous one was in the frequency. Into the phase, you're going to get the classic just like up and down horizontal. But I think the power will either be in the mixer, maybe. It's not in negative now. I'm going to go to skew, curve, size. Actually, I'm going to go back to that. That's in the bottom position, not negative. Negative's here. Try ratio. I go skew. And I mean, we're not even using any waveform generators here. No prismatic array, no waveform generators. This is all ramps with a navigator shape changer. I mean, this would work even well with ramps going into the shape changer. So I would have no concern. Why would there even be concern? That's the wrong word. I apologize for that. I feel that even having a simple system with shape changer, a bunch of ramps, and a bunch of multi-gate to different type of castles would be very powerful, especially with a staircase, obviously. But let's try to modulate the filter. Let's slow it down. Okay, come on. Almost there. Okay, and let's play with the CV. Okay, now we're getting sorry for hitting the mic, an interesting, unique effect that's just more of the watery thing. And now I'm going to take the and I'm going to use this as another CV input. So let's try the VC, the phase VC, the staircase, try frequency. Let's try the negative. No. I mean, you can get that box again, but nah, I'm not too into that. Let's try the curve, skew. Kind of like the skew. Size, ratio. I kind of like where we're at. I mean, in terms of CV control, and I mean, we haven't even started. Let's just turn on the staircase or the navigator. Let's get it slow. Okay, let me slow down the CV. I mean, even let's just play with the division so you can get a single bar. I might go to that one single fat one. Get it vertical. That's really cool. I'm going to keep that. So just to recap, so what we've done is go from ramps, which is horizontal, negative on top, positive on bottom, going into the vertical, the navigator, and then the horizontal or the vertical ramps, positive on the left side, or negative on the left side, sorry, positive on the right side, going into the horizontal, the navigator. Navigator, horizontal is going to horizontal shape changer, vertical of navigator is going to vertical of shape changer. Great. Horizontal shape changer is going to A of the multigate, vertical of the shape changer is going to B of the multigate. Okay, so now we have that line set up. That's what I really want to establish, is that type of workflow. Then from there, we're taking, which is this again, the XOR, or the XOR, to the filter. And so that's what you can see here. That's what's creating a lot of the red. And then we're going from the filter to the staircase, and then divided by 2 into the red. Okay. Next, we're taking, and this one is, sorry, I don't know these by heart yet, the NOR, going into the A position of the mixer, or I guess you'd say positive or plus, and then the negative or the minus going from a divisions number 1, which is the vertical fat single line, going into the negative, and then the out of the mixer is going to green. And then lastly, we're just taking the OR and going to blue right from the multigate, not conditioning it. And so as you see, as you know, let me slow down this modulation a little bit if I can. That'd be nice. I've kind of, I wouldn't say burnt out, but I've used this Brown Shoes LFO so much that I feel if I have it on for a long period of time, it settles nicely. But when I just turn on the system like this, it takes a little bit. It's just like a classic instrument. But I like that. I mean, these are very unique circuits that probably are very complex, and you're trying to deal with lots of frequencies and you know, in a very fine detailed position because of how potentiometers are designed. So I mean, maybe it's totally in my head, but I've felt that with certain modules, the longer I let them sit and settle, the better they are. But again, this could be in my head, and this is just like vintage gear logic. And lastly, before I finish up, is that I'm just doing modulating the filter with one LFO, and that's it. And I have the navigator moving. So if I stop the navigator, you can see that I have a little control like that. Let me move it, so you get this awesome X effect, and that's from the ramps, right? All that going into the multigate, and I see a lot of power in the multigate from ramps alone. So if you had multiple multigates and then you had them each dedicated to a different lane or concept of ramps, you would have a very powerful system and would have a great grounds for composition. I feel like ramps are the most important thing in a system for composition in terms of, you know, spacing and gradients and being able to actually control the foreground and background just like this. And you can see the red goes behind the green just like that. It's really interesting. This is a great example. I'm actually really excited about this. I was just pondering this, you know, just walking around my room cleaning some stuff, and I was like, I wonder if that would actually work well, and it seems to, and I think this is a really cool example. Please try this out. Please follow me. I would very much appreciate that, and enjoy more video painting. I hope this is helpful. And if you have any more questions, please do not hesitate to ask. All questions are welcomed. And thank you for watching.